And y'all eat Heinz ketchup in your hometown? Well, good, you ought to eat more of it. I don't know where your politics are about ketchup, but I stand with ketchup. In the old days, before I got real sophisticated, I had a cardboard box built in a Frank Lloyd Wright building. I was dragging this box over Pittsburgh trying to raise some money to build this center. There was a guy named John Heinz, who was the heir to the Heinz ketchup fortune, who was our United States Senator, who was killed in a plane accident. And we lost the President of the United States. But he and I were pretty good friends. And he called me into his office, which is like going to see the Wizard of Oz, because he had about $600 million at the time, and I had about 60 cents. The guy says, man, you've really done a great job with the ex-steel workers and the welfare moms, and we understand you want to build a new school. And I said, yes, sir, I do. He said, well, you could really help the Heinz Company's affirmative action goals out if you'd add a culinary program to your new school when you get it built. Well, back then, we were a building trades program. I said, well, Senator, I'm reluctant to go into a field I don't know anything about, but I promise you, if you'll help me get this school built, I'll come back in a couple years, we'll get that food program going just like you asked. And he stepped real quietly and said, well, what would your answer be if I said I'd give you $1 million? I said, Senator, it appears that we're going into the food training business. And John Heinz did give me $1 million, but as importantly, he loaned me the head of research for the Heinz Company, and we borrowed the curriculum from the Culinary Institute of America, that kind of fancies itself the Harvard of cooking schools, and I created a 10-month gourmet cooks program for welfare mothers in this $1 million kitchen, and it's been a great ride. We've never looked back. And when y'all come to Pittsburgh, and you're all invited, you will feel John Heinz's presence in the front door of that building. We built an amphitheater for the students. We bring in chefs from all over the world. Now, we don't train chefs, we train gourmet cooks. 10 months, but done to a gourmet standard. So our guys work at country clubs and private clubs. They have a career ladder opportunity. No fast food is ever done at our facility, ever. We don't make it, we don't feed it to the students. That's our pastry department, one of our students. I got the black folks and the white folks eating together voluntarily at lunchtime without giving a civil rights speech. What we figured out is if you build world-class facilities, people have a tendency to see themselves as the same. You build prisons, they act like prisoners. In fact, I found out I was culturally diverse. Some guy from the federal government showed up and did a tour of my center. He said, man, this place is fabulous. And we were really blown away by your cultural diversity. I said, will you get a grant for being one of them culturally diverse programs? Prior to your arrival, I thought that I was providing service to the people in the world who needed it. The point of the story being, we got to get away from the sensitivity groups and start treating each other like human beings and solve this problem.